Off to a good start. Ow, I think I broke my neck with that one. I'm so sorry. I just started and I just started sneezing. I don't know why. Alright, what are we doing?
Welcome, friend. You're nearly
a legend around here.
Please, talk.
I'll talk, but I can function in society again.
Is there something I can...
I really need to heal. So I will heal. Nothing more to it. Oh, God. I was perfectly fine before the stream started, I swear. I'm doing real good. I need to have my mic down. That's these fuckers. Alright, I forgot.
Can I help you out?
There goes that plan. Couldn't see dog shit even if it flew in front of my face. Anyway, where are we going?
We make a special trip.
Just for you, same low price.
Anytime you're ready.
Oh, you're not who I'm looking for. Okay, here we go.
So what do you want?
Your crime has been reported because you touched somebody else's bed. A blasphemy.
So what do you want?
I want a lot of things, but I'm not gonna get them. Ah, fucking Christ almighty.
Make it quick, Outlander.
It's now 7 o'clock, apparently. I guess it's right across the street or whatever you want to call it.
Watch this above.
Anytime you're ready. Just don't keep me waiting.
$69, 7-Eleven, and a large tea soda.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go.
Probably be faster for me if I, took this way.
Anytime.
I'm a busy gal, so if you could hurry this up.
Okay, that should be good enough. Wait, hold on. How much do I have in alteration? Okay, I can train it at least 4 more times.
My time is precious, so make it.
You betrayed the clan. Watch your back.
I should wait. What am I doing? That's enough. Alright, that's enough training for now. Of course, I didn't respond yet. But you know what, while I'm at it.
Khajiit has no words for you.
That's not very nice. I don't play full price. Fucking finicky bitch.
So what's this regarding? Those boots are ruined. My time is precious, so make it quick.
What's this about?
those if you don't mind.
Make it quick.
How do you do?
Fine.
So what's this about?
Oh, it's not where I should be looking. This is where I should be looking. Take those. These. That. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, so I do offer bolts. Oh well. That I'm using a crossbow with this file. Okay, although the canton. And bam, no damage done. Alright, let's find this fucking asshole. I think I don't. Yeah, there he is. Fine, I'll bribe him. Fucking Will's how even on it.
I'm leaving when I get back. I'm gonna take a shower.
What?
I said I'm leaving when I get back. When I get back, I'm gonna take a shower.
Alright.
The dryer is still running for a little bit.
What?
The dryer is still running for a little bit.
Okay.
special trick.
Just for you, same low price. So I'm an idiot. I don't need to take the Assault Strider. Yeah, there's one thing that fucks me up in Skyrim, is every run I think of doing a marksman run, there's the fact that they have really good crossbows in the Dawn Guard DLC, but like, vampires are more inclined to magic characters, and it's like kind of like a dilemma for me. I don't know.
So what's this about?
Here's your damn ring. And we're already at a point where we don't have high enough skills for it. What do? Probably armor. Actually, how high is my armor? 22. Yeah, it's not exactly exciting. Let me check something. Alright, let's see, because this might be glitched. Oh, come off, Legion Garrison. That's the East Empire. I think that's my jigger. Not what I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. Let's see, who am I looking for?
Go ahead.
That's enough before I end up on the streets. Actually, let me see something.
I can't imagine eating one.
Did it again. I don't really know my place around this godforsaken town, city, whatever you want to call it. There's a grand chance that Ted having a stroke. Call ambulance. Let's see.
Ah, welcome. What may I do? Greetings.
Oh, here he is. Alright, where are you, bastard? Oh, I see. You're trying to be mysterious, you bastard.
I'm ready for anything. Go ahead.
That's exactly what I want to be doing. No doubt about it. Oh, shit. Oh, well, fuck. Amazing how fucking stupid you can be when you're panicking.
Where would you like to go? Why walk when you can ride?
Why walk when you can ride? Oh, I don't know.
You Hello. May I help you?
I just need to figure out where the fuck Ghost Gate is. I mean, I have a general idea, but... I might just continue with the main quest, because it doesn't look like we're going to be getting anywhere with the Legion or the Fighter's Guild at this rate. I would think the best attack would be, you know, maybe like stabbing with a dagger. Just an idea. I don't want to have these streams go on too long now. Well, you can paralyze me, son of a bitch. Plasma. Okay. As you can see, the weather's getting kind of nasty. Let me go close to that thing. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Red Mountain is not exactly a friendly place. Saying, goddamn, that you better not be coming after me. I have nothing coming. Don't care if you're breeding or otherwise. I'm already fucking apparently guilty for killing one of your kind. You know, even though I didn't instigate it or I wasn't the one that landed the finishing blow. I don't believe I even landed any blows, really. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think I've got to start continuing the main quest. Maybe our skills will get adjusted far enough for the other quests, but for now. But for now, Luke skidooed weekend 2. Skittle skadoodle, your cock is now a poodle.
Why walk when you can run?
So yeah, basically we're getting into the meat and potatoes of the game. About the narrowing.
I will listen.
I'm gonna start learning about that.
Leave me.
If I'm not wrong, you should be in this way. Use this book. Actually, no, it's not that book. Yeah, it shouldn't be hard to find. At least not for me. You might be a bit confused yourself if it's the first time playing the game. Let me see. Okay, nothing still. Obviously there's chests for spawn, but I'm not exactly how soon and how often. Actually, I should probably stop running and jumping. Actually, I can still jump, but you know what I mean. Level 31, and our fucking magic is still hilariously low. Sounds about right for a character that doesn't specialize in magic. Not funny. Didn't laugh. Probably one on my chest plate. Since I don't have to deal with these fuckers at the Legion. I hear some random fucker that wants to accost us. Anyway, that was a random fucker that wanted to accost us. How sure is a take all button? Like a take all key, not like a thing that you click. Like in Skyrim and such. Actually, there isn't a take all button in Oblivion either, unless you're on console. The advantages that console players have. Since I can't really see dog shit, I guess I'm gonna equip the torch anyway. I think I'll survive without a shield. Weeping Bell Hall, isn't that a Pokemon? I actually think there are a few Pokemon references in this game. I think it was actually at the height of its popularity around this time.
Let's see what you're made of.
You can't tell. The Dilemma runs can have some good shit. Of course, you don't get as much use out of this as we do like early game, but it's still something. Oh yes, the blood gallery, how edgy. The Centurion archers hurt like a motherfucker. Which is why we cannot rest here. Enemies are nearby. Are you for real? Is these fuckers just... Oh, my lord. Oopsie whoopsie, they made a fucky wucky, a fucko boy now. The code monkeys at Bethesda's offices are working very not hard to fix this. Well, I could find a fucking spot to, rest. I'm sure those fuckers that got caught in the wall aren't helping. Fucking Dark Brotherhood motherfuckers. I meant to, like, do a video on the Dark Brotherhood and Fuse Guild's, quest lines in, Oblivion for my channel with no commentary, but it just never ended up happening. I did make videos and upload some of them, but it just never happened. Don't worry, I'll have a sweet release from these fuckers soon enough. Adamantium Drick Blade of Wounds. I can get behind that. Adamantium is kind of a thing out in the Tribunal DLC. You can't really get a pair of it without, like, official add-on or something. I don't fucking remember. Okay, I'll say we can sleep uninterrupted this time. I'm glad I managed to fucking hit both of them at the same time, pretty much. Advanced Dwarven Centurion. Yeah, what else is advanced? My inability to fucking say in here. So anyway, here there's a Dwemer ghost. He didn't last long. Seems like all the Dwemer are categorized by having, like, fuck-long beards. So I have a history with that particular coin. I think I remember multiple times. Well, I think at least one particular time I collected it and the game crashed. Which, unlike most games, it made like a crash save instead. Ancient Dwemer door key. Probably make use of that. Oh boy, Dwarves, that would have been nice in my past playthrough. As you can probably tell, weapons that cause paralyzation are pretty fucking overpowered. I don't need to tell you twice, though. They just have to actually, cast their effect, though, because it's up to dice rolls as everything else. That's not even considering the fact that some enemies, have a natural resistance to that shit. Tell you one thing, paralyzation is one of the fucking worst things in this entire game. What kind of spear do you have, my friend? Steel spear. Pathetic. So anyway, as Joel pointed out in the last time he streamed this game, this is supposed to be how you get up here, but it doesn't really look like it. Honest to God, if you hadn't pointed it out, I wouldn't think that you could. That was actually the intended way of getting up here. Also, Dwarven Spear I could have gotten much sooner, but you know me. Anyway, this is where we're gonna get our puzzle box. Unhinging, rising force, cure disease, spell, resist fire, chameleon, twist. Okay. I might play chameleon twist eventually. It's not high up on my list of things I want to play. Oh. Anyway, here's the Dwemer puzzle box. They're not dwarves, they're star people. Except the star people thing is only in a Shurai's version of yeah, the world. So anyway, we can leave now. It didn't really take long, as I think I said before. There's more we could probably get, but we need levitation, I believe. And I'm not going to worry about that. Actually, no, I'm going to grab another one of those torches. Yeah, I'll grab 3 of them. Probably end up dropping them eventually, but it's nice knowing them while I had them. Head in this direction. West Gash, Belmora, West Gash, Belmora. As I said, Belmora is probably one of the most memorable cities in this game. Fair in the fact that you probably spend a good portion in it, especially at the beginning of the game. Oh wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. I really need to sell these fucking enemy boots, because oh my god, they're boring a fucking hole in my pocket. They're boring a fucking hole in my pocket. The war pipe was in Bowser's ass all along. Okay, Nerevar. The astrologers believe a reborn Nerevar will unite the Dumber against the Outlander invaders and restore the ancient Dark Elven nation. A Nerevar is a legendary hero and saint of the temple, but the temple denies the prophecy and persecutes heretics who believe in the Nerevarine. Tell Kais that Sharn Gra Musgob would be a better person to ask about the native faiths and superstitions. The House Dagoff is the sixth house, the lost sixth house. In the First Era, House Dagoff betrayed the other great houses during the War of the First Council and was destroyed for their treason. I can answer any questions you have, but I'll also give you some notes to give to Caius and recommend some sixth house references he should read. Here's a list of books. All of them will tell you something about the sixth house and how it ended. The War of the First Council, Saint Nerevar, Moon and Star, and the real Nerevar. Good luck finding them, though. The recent events have made them hard to come by. House Dagoth was the sixth of the 7 Dumber great houses. Nothing remains of the sixth house. Its members were all slain or adopted into other great houses, following their treason in the War of the First Council. Their clanstead was called Cogruin. You get what I mean. You can read. I don't know why I'm reading these. I gave you those. Give them to Caius. So yeah, he doesn't really have anything else to tell us. Anyway, let's check this note while in the middle of the air. The following are notes prepared by Hasfat and Tom Scottsade. House Dagoff is an ancient grey house in the wake of the ancient Battle of Red Moon. Its leadership was revealed to have plotted treason, which was discredited. Many of House Dagoff died defending the house. Those survivors who were faithful to the Great Council were redistributed among the other houses. The temple says the ancient legendary evil beings that dwell beneath Red Mountain and the Dagoff region are the original leaders of the extinct house, sustained by some powerful evil sorceries. Other references. These books include references to the sixth house and destruction. The temple has recently confiscated copies throughout the Vardenfeld district in response to the current events. These will be difficult to come by, however. I had luck acquiring rare books in Vivek. The Lord of the First Council, Saint Nerevar, Moon and Star, and the real Nerevar. So yeah, basically what he told us. Lord in the real Nerevar. So anyway, hopping across the pond to fucking the Mage's Guild this time. As you can tell, these fuckers. I am a sleeper, one among thousands. I bring you a message. Dagoff calls you, gleaming aqua shield, and you cannot deny your lord. The sixth house is risen, and Dagoff is its glory. The sixth house, the sleeping house, the house Dagoff, the house of the Lord Dagoff, the true house, the one house to welcome all true number and drive the Ninwa from all land. From our land. Take heed, outlander. The day of reckoning is at hand. Take what you can and leave our place, for when Lord Dagoff comes, this will be no place for you. He is the Lord and Father of the mountain. He sleeps, but when he wakes, we shall rise from our dreams, shall sweep our land clean of Ninwa. Why have you denied him? As Lord Dagoff said, all shall greet him as flesh and or as dust. So yeah, now we're gonna start coming across those fuckers. They can't really do anything to us, but the more we talk to them, the more they get annoyed with us. And I think if their disposition falls low enough, they'll attack us, even. Anyway, here's a... Of course, the whole necromancy being legal in Cyrodiil, thing did not last.
Warm day to you, friend.
If you, have played Oblivion.
Let's hear it.
I suppose.
What's this about?
The boys are waiting, warm it up. I don't know why I started singing Milkshake. Help me out, I need the money. Yeah, wait, you know what you need? You need what do you need? Fire blade. That's definitely something you need. Steel drink blade. Yeah, could use that. Some Dark Brotherhood boots, a cuirass, greaves, a helm, a gauntlet, a pauldron, another gauntlet, another pauldron. Can use a price increase. Could use waiting 24 hours. Could use a just let me see something. Could use a some ebony boots. Lord knows those fuckers are way too heavy and not the armor type I'm using. Could use some, do I have any alcohol? First of all, I want to see something. I look like I have a bug. I look like I have a fucking head crab on my face. as well sell a bunch of this shit, so I don't really need it. Anything else? Guess I could do without the ice cap. Okay, definitely keeping that one. I mean, I don't have to, but... eh. Yay, inventory management. Could give him those Dwemer coins. And these soul gems. Forgot about those. You know what? Fuck it. I think I'll give him that wizard staff. The thing about it is inventory, I don't think it ever resets, so if we needed to grab it for some reason, we could just come back and grab it. At wholesale price, but still. I really think I should keep that silver thingamajigger. I don't really have anything to lose if I keep it. Sure, it's a little heavy, but... you know. You know. Anyway, go see a pawnbroker about these amulets. Well, could see a trader, though. That works, too. Should probably keep that.
What's this about?
It's about a lot of things, actually. It's about a lot of things. Like these rings. This exquisite amulet. This expensive ring. And this expensive amulet. Enough of that. It's that part of the adventure where there's a bunch of garbage taking up the inventory and there's like the unwillingness to let go of any of it. As I said, your encumbrance does in fact affect your speed, so there is a reason to unload your garbage. rather than getting money for it. So where are we heading? Oh yeah, Balnor.
So what's this regarding?
What's this regarding? Regarding a lot of things, actually.
I suppose it is my duty to help those less fortunate.
Actually, I'm fucking bleeding money at this point. Don't even front. Okay, I seem to always think that it's in this direction, but it's not. Or is it always in this direction? Nah, the game just decides to randomize where locations are totally. Yeah, no. It's actually... You can get to it by going the same way you did for the Dwemer Rune. Not like the exact same way. I think you need to go right instead of left, but you know what I mean. For the record, the main quest doesn't really take that long. If you're like me and you're kind of just like sort of speeding through it while still reading stuff, because you know what to do. But I try not to go too fast. Yeah, go right. And I think I go right again. I really shouldn't be hopping around like a moron, but I feel like I'll be okay if I don't have 100% accuracy. Because I think all we're gonna really be encountering is like sulks and rats and Quama foragers and these motherfuckers as usual. Can never get enough of these guys. We might actually have to go the other way. Oh, I suppose since I'm not holding a torch anymore, I could equip my shield now. The other character's name is Gleaming Aqua Shield, but kind of fucking having a spear doesn't really lend itself to blocking with a shield. Yeah, that's not it. I don't know why I was even attempting. You'll know a Dunmer Ancestral Tomb when you see it. That's the thing about the architecture in this game. You can tell what something is by just looking at it. Like, oh hey, that's a Redoran, stronghold. Oh hey, that's a Hasalalu stronghold, even though I think they have like the least interesting architecture out of all of them. It's like, oh hey, that's a Telvanni stronghold. A lot of people just always remember the tall mushrooms and wacky architecture. It's one of the reasons people really like the Shivering Isles, because it reminds them of the weird, wacky architecture of Morrowind. Well, other than the fact that it's fucking Che Guevara, but that's beside the point. I tell you, the amount of people I brushed up against on the road. None of them being the particular girl that I'm looking for, because I'll know her when I see her, because she's like a red guard. Not that I'm like actively looking for her. Okay, I think this is it. No, that's the Sandus ancestral tomb. Southeast to Vivek. I think we're going a little too east. Actually. Get me a drink, bartender. Fucking awkward talking. My name's not Shane, kid. God, town with no name. Son of a bitch. That's not like a moron thinking it's gonna do anything. Yeah, I think I went a tad bit too east. I keep waving inflatable tube flailing apple bloom. Apple bloom, apple bloom, apple bloom. I wish I could find that video. I forget what it's even called. It's about as stupid as I just made it sound, though. Great, now I'm hungry for garlic pizza. This is just a stream of non sequitur farts. Farts. Non sequitur farts. Non sequitur farts. Okay, I think this is the one. Yeah, here we go. Let's pray to the Nine Divines we don't get fucked by bone walkers. think you can take me? Bleh, bleh. You keep making your fucking noises of disgust, my friend. Or exasperation, whatever they are. Let's see. Fire salts. And drag wax. Let's make it a lot easier to say certain things, as you can probably tell. Like the fact that this fucker's about to die. This one is too. It's a crippled skeleton. So it's particularly, likely to die. Skeleton did not drink his milk. Imitation crab meat. Made that joke last stream, I think. Or the stream before, I can't remember. I need to check something real quick. Ah, yes, the sermons of Vivek. Those are a story in themselves. You understand why I'm collecting better green petals eventually. Oh boy, the homilies of blessed Amalexia. There should be all these that I need, but I'm just gonna make sure and pick up any others I find. As I said, it'll make sense much later. As the Romans used to say, all roads lead to Alsfart. God, I haven't watched Nerdcube in years. Yeah, what I have watched, though, Twitch.tv/moistcritical. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, Oh boy, brown rat. Anyway, this is the skull. I completely forgot that it was, like, right there. You've contracted diarrhea. You know what? A fancy little piece of paper cured my diarrhea, if you know what I mean. I'm terrible. Eventually, some of the random names of my save files might make sense. All I know is we've covered quite a big portion of the left side of Morrowind. Okay. And that is why signs are useful. You know, I could probably very easily cast down a divine intervention. Well, not divine intervention. Ounds of a intervention scroll. Okay, keep heading this way. Take a left at Left Avenue Boulevard. Vard. Fart. Okay, so we should be heading... Still this direction, apparently. West Boulevard Avenue Street. Almora. Suddenly reminded of that fucking spam email I got stating one of my old passwords, and it was like they had a video of me looking at an 18+ site and had camera of me pleasuring myself apparently, and we're going to send it to my family and someone that I'm in a relationship with. Well, one, the person I'm in a relationship with probably wouldn't give a shit about that kind of stuff. And two, according to my friend, that's not even possible. Oh, also the fact that I don't have a fucking webcam. So, that's one of the most important parts of why it's bullshit. I honestly don't trust webcams myself. I don't know why everybody insists on having one. The Ashlander cult believes the long-dead hero Nerevar will be reborn to honor ancient promises to the tribes. According to legend, the prophesied Nerevarine will cast down the false gods of the Tribunal Temple, restore the traditional ancestor worship practiced by the Ashlanders, and drive out Outlanders from Morrowind. Both Temple and Empire outlawed the cult, but persists among the Ashlanders who care little for imperial or temple law. Here, take this copy of my notes on the topic for Caius. The Ashlanders have a prophecy that states that the legendary hero Nerva will be reborn. They call this reincarnate hero the Nervarine. Nerevar is a first-age hero of the Dunmer people. He was a great general and leader. He helped to form the first council and united the Dunmer houses against foreign invaders, aided by the traders of House Dagoff. He triumphed over Morrowind's enemies at Red Mountain, but died in the battle. Sucks to be here. Adventure lies beyond the cities, friend. You don't say. So anyway, let's head back to Caius. You ever get that feeling like there's something crawling on you, but come to find out it's just like nothing? Yeah, I get that a lot. And these are Sharn's notes on the Nerving cult. Excellent. I'm promoting you to Blade's Apprentice. Yay. Blade's Apprentice. He says this as if 200 drakes is going to cover any bribing that I need to do. Hulina. Hulila. It's like I'm about to fucking throw up. And the priest should be obvious where she is. Copper eyes. Assuming that's in this mod, she still has copper eyes. Summoned by another. Questions again. The prey approaches. Here you walk on warm sands. Except that's Skyrim. Okay, I think he said lower waste works for Hulila. Fuck these Argonians. I hate Argonians. Khajiit superiority. No, I'm kidding. I'm not really a fan of Argonians, so I don't think I've ever actually played as an Argonian, and if I have, it was just to, like, test it. Otherwise, I have never done a full playthrough and don't plan to do a full playthrough as an Argonian. I'm just not a fan of things with scales.
Those boots are ruined.
Anyway, Black Shalt Corner Club. Hopefully we can find that. I want a lot of things, but, you know. Okay, I think it's this way. Yeah, here we go. Oh, we go to leave. Well, you know what. I'm like the opposite of a lizard lover, my friend. I did not mean to intimidate him, but I guess it works. I did not mean to intimidate him, I swear to God. It was a misclick. But it worked, I guess. So what am I gonna complain about? Not that I, like, valued my reputation with those fuckers in the first place, but... Okay. To understand the Nerevarine cult, you must understand the history of the Ashlanders. Nerevar means something very different to the Ashlanders from what he means to the Dumber and the Great Houses. You should also know about the persecution of the Nerevarine and legacy of the False Incarnate, for the Nerevarine cult is at the heart of the ancient conflict between the nomadic Ashlanders and the settled Great House Dumber. Here's a summary from Caius, but ask your questions and I'll answer in detail. In modern times, Morrowind is ruled by 5 great houses: House Alalu, House Redoran, House Talvani, House Enderal, and House Drez. Great House's culture is partly defined by its roots in ancient Dumber tribal clans and partly by later imperial influence from other Western cultures. The Great House's culture is only one of the native Dumber cultures of Morrowind. The other native culture, the Ashlander culture, is a nomadic barbarian culture largely untouched by the imperial influences. In the first era, the nomadic Ashlanders and the settled Dumber clans were much alike, but after the First Council and the formation of the Great Houses, Ashlanders have been steadily forced into the poorest and most hostile lands. Now the nomadic tribes look to the prophesied return of the Nerevar for restoration of their ancient rights and religious traditions. I gave you a summary for Caius. Feel free to read it, of course. The Ashlanders hate the House Dumber, but who have become soft and who have abandoned traditional ancestor worship for the gods of the Tribunal. And the Ashlanders hate Outlanders, who invaded and stole their land and forced them to live as subject people. A reborn Nerevar who could drive out the Outlander invaders, destroy the false worship of Tribunal, and restore the pure traditional life and faith of the nomads would be a very popular hero to the Ashlanders. Persecution of the Nerevarine. The Temple treats the Nerevarine prophecies as hearsay, and the Temple imprisons and executes heretics, unless prevented by imperial law. But since the Nerevarine cult is hostile to the Empire does not interfere with the Temple when the Temple persecutes the cult. Ashlanders hate the Temple, and particularly the Ordinators, for their ruthless treatment of the Nerevarine cultists. What else does he have to tell us? False Incarnate. In the past, some have claimed to be the reincarnated Nerevar. The most recent is known as Peak Star, a figure of legend among the Waste tribes for the last 30 years. The Temple says that these and false incarnates disprove the prophecy, since the false incarnates fail and come to nothing. But the mystical Nerevarine cult glorifies rather than shrinks from contradiction, citing the appearance of false incarnates as certain proof of Nerevar's coming rebirth. What haven't we asked him about? I've never heard of such a thing. House Dagoff was the 6th house, but in the war of the First Council they betrayed the other great houses and were destroyed for their treason, but I've never heard of anyone worshipping them. Dagoff, the ancient head of House Dagoff, is the devil of the Tribunal faith, but I've never heard of anyone worshipping him either. I think that's all I can really tell us. That is all he can really tell us. I don't get how people, like,
If you're here for trouble,
do, like,
you'll get more than you
dramatic readings and shit, because my mouth is already fucking dry from reading all that. Anyway, I'm gonna buy a certain...
Has no time for you.
Anyway, I haven't really been told to buy this book yet, but I'm gonna buy it in advance. For reasons you'll see later. Let me see if I can find it. Assuming it's even in his inventory right now. Oh, wait, there it is. There we go. Apparently you can just do that, but I don't like doing that because I think it decreases disposition. Anyway, St. Olms. That's where we're headed next.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
Anyway, if I'm right, it should be like right by the temple. To the right, I think. Yeah, it's to the right. Let me see if I can remember. I think, spoilers, I think the reality of it is she's hiding in the sewers from a tax collector or something. But, yeah. Ah, I can't see dog shit. That's my favorite part of this game. Actually, that's more they follow the mod than the actual game, but you know what I mean. Can't be that fucking hard to hit a rat. Rat bastard. She should be over here, but I could be wrong. Oh, shit. If I fall in the hot water for obvious reasons, this torch will go out. So. 0 out of 10, too much realism. And, yeah, there she is. Where's the fucking ladder? There it is. Okay. This way. Scum. Hopefully he's right up here. No, he's on the other side. Damn. No, he's not on the other side. He's, over here. No. No, he's decidedly not over here. He is over here, actually. Got it the first time, I swear. Yay, lying. My favorite thing to do, except not really. Should be the right thing. You can barely fucking see her. You can see the outline.
Has too much talk.
Yes, I can't say her name. Knows nothing about this narrowing cult because it is just silly superstition, so you tell Caius this. Nobody in her right mind pays any attention to this nonsense. Prophecies and ancient heroes were born and other silliness. Fuzzy tales for little kiddies. This knows about because it is about smuggling. Some smart smugglers are suddenly too busy for their old clients because they have a new employer, the Sixth House, who pays very well. But what do they smuggle now? Does not know, because they are very secret, and this is odd, because these smugglers are always loud and bragging, and now they hush up like fat-bellied kitties full of sweetmeats. I believe that's all she really has to tell us. Yeah, I think that's all she really has to tell us. So we learned the Sixth House is full of smugglers.
Those boots are ruined.
I'd get killed that claw. Those boots are ruined.
We're watching.
Okay, so now we're heading to the temple. Thankfully, which is like right across from where we are right now. Part of it was breaking my legs, I swear. Anyway, we could take all these. But, you know, that would get us arrested. Anyway, this is as good a time as enough to show... Oh, hey, we need to level up. This is a good time enough to show off these, fuckers. You see this armor they're wearing? It doesn't come with greaves, actually, but... It's the best medium armor in the entire game. But, if you get caught wearing the helmet or the cuirass, and you talk to one of them, you're marked for death permanently. So, not exactly a good idea to be wearing that armor. Which is kind of why a medium armor kind of gets fucked over in this game. She should be in the library, I think. Which is decidedly not on this end of the temple. Hall of Justice. No, we need the Hall of Wisdom. Hall of Wisdom. Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice, the Library of Evac. Anyway, here's Our
No, I
Lady.
don't think so.
We can't talk here. Get you in your moment, my lady. I swear, I feel like a fucking nice girl or nice lady every time I say fucking my lady. If you couldn't tell, libraries are a good place to look for skill books.
Yes, sir.
As I said, you can usually spot skill books by their worth. Because usually they have an astronomically higher worth than other books. The temple worships Nerevar as a saint hero, but prophecies of his reincarnation are punished as wicked hearsay. The Nerevarine cult claims the tribunal are false gods, hence the temple's persecution of the Nerevarine cult. A group called the Dissident Priests disputes temple doctrine on the Nerevarine prophecies. The proscribed book Progress of Truth describes their beliefs. Get a copy of Progress of Truth for Caius Caussades. That will tell him the things he needs to know about the Nerevarine cult. This book lists disputes of the Dissident Priests with tribunal doctrines. The temple has outlawed the sale of possession of this book, so it'll be hard to find. We have a copy here, but I fear I'm being watched by ordinators here. A safer plan would be to search local booksellers. Some booksellers ignore temple bans on outlaw books for profits or for principles. I do not care for temple politics, but I have read Progress of Truth, and it troubles me. I have friends, former priests, who have gone into hiding, so I am bound to come to the attention of the ordinators. I am careful, but I am afraid. I am no secret agent like you or Caius. Sooner or later, I too must go into hiding, if it is not too late. When you return to Caius, tell him I am worried, and that if something goes wrong, I will leave a message under the agreed code word, Amaya. The Dissident Priests dispute temporal doctrine are outlawed and persecuted by the temple. Ordinators arrest and imprison heretics, and the Empire cannot interfere. Progress of Truth lists their beliefs. In brief, they challenge the purity and divinity of the tribunal, suggesting their powers are sorcerous, not divine, and perhaps akin to the powers of Dagoffer. They also condemn the arbitrary power of the Ordinators and accuse the temple hierarchy of self-interest and corruption. Why does the temple persecute the dissident priests? Because attacks on the temple weaken the faith and leave the people defenseless against the influence of Dagoffer. Faith is what strengthens the will of the believer against Dagoffer's lies. Faith is the source of the divine power that sustains the tribunal in their battle with Dagoffer. Since the Empire, some Dummer have turned away from the temple. That's why Dagoffer grows stronger, while blight, storms, and monsters threaten the land. Dagoffer is the evil immortal enemy of the Tribunal Temple cult. The temple holds Dagoffer and his host accountable for all the evils that beset the Dunmer and Morrowind. Dagoffer dwells in fiery caverns beneath the Red Mountain, served by his kin, called Ash Vampires, and by legions of deformed monsters. That said, the dissident priests have a book called The Progress of Truth, which gives their beliefs and the beliefs of the Nerevarine cult. The Ashlanders have a mystical tradition of interpreting dreams and visions as prophecies. These prophecies are recorded in verse and may be lost or garbled over the generations. But the dissident priests have collected many ancient prophecies of the Nerevarine, many of which they believe to be genuine. Collectively, they are called the Lost Prophecies of the Incarnate. One of the secret missions of the dissident priests is the collection and study of these prophecies. Persecution of the Nerevarine. It's an Ashlander cult. Primitive superstitions of the temple. Nerevarines say the temple are false gods. I have never understood why the temple wastes so much energy on them. The faithful cannot be shaken by such attacks, and the Ashlanders are just ignorant savages. But since the submission of the temple to the Empire and the erosion of the faith among the Dunmer, the militant wing of the temple is increasingly fierce in its attacks on heretics and heathens. So anyway, we have a reputation of 12 and a vanity of 0. That's all about what we learned. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I bought that book that I bought in advance is the one she's talking about. I could read through this, but I don't feel like it. It is... There isn't really anything in this book that we really need to know. You can look it up online and read it, but I think I'm already gonna get a fucking headache from reading so much. I just can't do long-term reading. And it even annoys some people, so if it annoys you that I'm reading it out loud, I'm sorry. You could probably, I don't know, tune me out when you're trying to read it yourself. That's just the entire enjoyment of this game is reading. If you can't fucking read, there's no way to enjoy this game. And there's that glitch again. I swear, if you hop around the cantons a little too much, you end up falling through the floor and falling into the water below. It's fucking hilarious and annoying at the same time. Whoopsie whoopsie, Bethesda made a fucky wucky, a fucko boingo. The code monkeys at their headquarters are working, but no, I'm kidding. Oopsie, I made a fucky wucky, a fucko boingo.
We make a special
I need to sleep. Thankfully, unlike most places, we're allowed to sleep in Caius' bed. So we do not face persecution by laying in someone's bed. Which, according to some people, is a fucking criminal offense. Anyway, I think I'm gonna hire my, person... Oh, shit.
Omniscient, sovereign, immutable. How sweet it is to be a god.
If I can be of any assistance, I'll be happy to help.
So yeah, now we're having concerning dreams. Oh, god damn it. And of course Caius isn't gonna do fucking bullshit. Why can't a woman just fucking sleep for once?
Well met.
You inward.
I don't know if these fuckers get more aggressive the more you level up, or if, it's just from progressing in the main quest, but, they certainly do get harder, that's for sure.
You seem like...
Who knows what we may be capable of once we no longer fear death.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
There is no escape.
Where did I put that?
You know, Caius, it wouldn't hurt to, like, fucking help me. In case you couldn't tell already, cheap and bargain potions don't heal for shit. Goddamn, Grandpappy. Not again. Can't I just fucking sleep in peace?
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
I will free the Dunmer from the Imperial yoke and cast down the false gods of the Temple. I will lead them out of their ancient superstitions and gift them with intimate knowledge of the divine.
With pleasure. Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Okay, finally I can get a full night's sleep. Well, more than a night's sleep, but you know what I mean. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go grab those swords so I can sell them.
Seem like very good company.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
But yeah, if you couldn't tell, we're now having very concerning dreams. Got there.
I'm sure we can work out a way. Your bidding, agent?
Speak quickly.
Should not cancel that. Just make it easier on myself. Can never have too much money. Okay, how much money do we have now? Oh, 34,000 something. So that's good. What do you mean I can't? Okay, never mind. There we go.
Yes, outline.
Good day.
Shopping for
And we are heading to Aldern. And we are quick saving, that's for sure. And we are getting stuck on a lamp, apparently. Anyone here teach illusion? Any of y'all teach illusion?
Go ahead, stranger.
Any yamp to teach teaches blunt woman? I'm okay, I swear.
Regarding
I'm also looking for illusion because it governs personality for whatever reason. I mean, I think I know the reason, but it's a magical skill, is what I mean. Co-ops Preparation, Volume 2. I believe he should be down here. Yes. Wait, don't I? Sorry, stranger. My time is short. God, a fucking Bosmer in this game. Anyway, I guess we're seeing our friend, what's his face? Codus Cal. That's all, folks. I can't fucking talk. Alright, I was supposed to take care of Tongue Toad. We'll worry about that later. He's supposed to be able to tell you.
What's this about?
Whatever. I'll, Ashland hymns is what we're looking for. There's too much to tell. Here, take these notes. I've written here what you should know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult, but most of all, if you are visiting a camp, there are things you should know about courtesy and challenges among the Ashlanders, and since you ask about the Nerevarine cult, perhaps you'd be interested in my views on the Ashlanders and foreigners, because a guiding passion of the Nerevarine cult is their hatred of foreigners. Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their false gods could be driven from Morrowind. At very least, Ashlanders wish the foreign devils would leave them in peace. Ashlanders think it's shameful to attack unarmed persons, but they will attack without hesitation an armed person who offends them or their clan laws. No Ashlander is fool enough to make war against the Empire. However, if such a war might be won, many Ashlanders might cheerfully give their lives to win such a war. They worship the great Ashcan Hortator Nerevarine, Nerevar, moon and star, who in ages past destroyed the evil godless dwarves and banished the treacherous Dagoffer and his foul host beneath Red Mountain. The cult is of small consequence to the Ashlander worship, and only among the Yushalaka, or something like that, do its followers have any influence. Other Ashlander tribes share the sentiments of the cult, but regard the Nerevarine prophecies with suspicion and skepticism. They have said that the prophecies foretell. I have heard it said that the prophecies foretell the return of the reincarnated Nerevar, who shall drive the foreigners from the Ashland, who shall cast down the false gods at the temple and restore the true worship of the ancestors. It is a dream that would appeal to every Ashlander, but is fought by a silly ancient legend and a little more by many Ashlanders, myself included. So basically nothing we haven't heard already. Ashlander worship. All Ashlanders in a tribe, young and small, are born as the ancestor cult of their clan. The Nerevarine cult is different, though. It is a very small cult with only a few wise women with the gift of prophecy, and a few holy warrior heroes who guard and protect the seers. Saul Matul, Ashlander of the Yerushalayim, is the warrior protector of the cult, and Nabani Mesa, also the mission is the Oracle Seer of the cult. Challenges. When challenged for sport, it is acceptable to decline. When challenged for honor, it is shameful to decline. Honor challenges come from offense given in speech and action, or errors that customary formal challenges of status or ritual. What else can you tell us? And, God. Are the Ashlanders of the Normanway Ashlands on the West Gash in the northeast of, Bardenfell. Ashkin Solmatul is their chief, a brave and respected war leader and warrior protector of the Nerevarine cult. They usually camp moves with the herds, but usually lies close to the Sea of Ghosts. The Yerushalayim camp moves with the herds, but usually lies close to the Sea of Ghosts, north of the village of Margon on the northern coast of Vardenfell. On the northern coast of Vardenfell. Eat. You have my notes. I am too old to travel now to risk the beasts and ice storms of the wastes. Now I sit here warm and savor my imported Cyrodiilic brandy, while my adventurous son Hannah assists me in my trade, seeking out sources of fine ebony and fetching them at fine prices. I wonder at my son. He has been so long away without a word to his father. Surely he wishes me to die of worry, so he may inherit this fine brandy. He has proposed to chart the rarely visited ancient underground pamphlets at Memea, west of Red Mountain. If you should chance to see him in your travels, chide him and tell him an old man longs for the news of his own son and heir. Eat. So yeah, nothing we haven't really heard other than Ashlander customs. So yeah, I believe we should head back to Caius. That's probably where we're gonna end off for now. Because I've given myself a fucking headache reading all that. I just don't understand how people do it without getting a headache. I guess that has part to do with being hydrated, but, you know, who the hell wants to drink water? Am I right? Tastes like dog shit. I'm kidding. I don't know, for me water was always like really fucking bland, so it's like hard to drink it regularly. Plus it's usually like nasty if you drink it from the tap water sometimes. But anyway, here's the orders. The Emperor and his advisors think you have the appearance of meeting the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies. That's why you were pulled out of prison on His Majesty's authority and sent to me, so you could satisfy the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies and become the Nerevarine. Here, this is the decoded copy of the coded package you gave me when you arrived. Read it later, it should explain everything. As you'll see in the decoded message, the Emperor and his counselors say you have the appearance of satisfying the conditions of the prophecy. Do you really satisfy the prophecy? Are you really the prophesized Nerevarine? At first I thought we were just supposed to create a persuasive imposter, but now I don't know what to think. But I am sure of one thing. This is not just primitive superstition, and we treat it seriously, just as His Majesty commands. So, says, at the camp are the heads of the Nerevarine cult, so I'm sending you to speak with them. Tell them your story and have them test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. As heads of the Nerevarine cult, they can best judge whether you satisfy the prophecies. When you're spoken with them, report back to me. Here's 200 drakes for the expenses to pick up potential supplies at Fort Moonmoth. So yeah, this is a good place to end off now that we just found out we may be the Nerevarine. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. I know I did, despite like the headache I have from reading. Anyway, see you guys.